My name is Stephanie Thompson, and I want to talk to you today about improving student performance in distance learning. I chose this topic as my midterm project because I am currently a distance student in Ogeechee Tech's Health Information Technology program, and I am constantly trying to find methods and recommendations to incorporate into my schedule to improve my student performance. So if you will look at my storyboard, for my project, the mission statement that I have is distance learners. Our mission is to strive to maximize our resources, both personal and academic, while pursuing our goal of obtaining a distance learning education. And next, our vision as distant learning students is to fulfill our goal of successfully earning a quality education through a distance learning program. For my project, the customers that I identified are students who are currently participating in a distance learning program. And as distance learners, I feel like our requirements that we all strive for are quality education. We also need satisfactory academic resources, and also suitable communication with our instructor is also very important, as well as an adequate support system. I feel at home as well as an academic support system is very important in our performance improvement. So of course, the team member is myself, Stephanie Thompson, and for my action plan, I wanted to establish methods to enhance students' performance in distance learning. So the way that I conducted my action plan is I came up with a survey which I sent out to students in my performance improvement class. So all the participants in the survey are currently online students. I wanted to find out, as far as the survey, what students actually preferred. I know myself, I prefer a traditional classroom setting, so I wanted to check with the other students and find out which they preferred. And actually, 60% actually stated that they preferred the traditional classroom setting as well, with only 40 preferring the distance learning education. And since the point of my study was to improve student performance, I also polled students to find out what if they felt that there was a need for them to improve their student performance, if there was room for improvement. And actually 90% said that they felt that there was room for improvement in their student performance. Next, I wanted to find out, I know that there's advantages and disadvantages to traditional classroom setting as well as distance learning, but I wanted to specifically focus on the advantages and disadvantages of distance learning. And according to my survey, 80% found flexibility to be the number one reason why they chose distance learning. With the 20% remaining stated that they felt that the saving on time and expense, travel expense, and saving time as the other advantage. As far as disadvantage, the number one disadvantage of distance learning education, 80% felt that it was the lack of face-to-face instruction, which I'd say I have to agree, I struggle with that myself. So 80% said lack of face-to-face instruction, and some additional disadvantages that were listed were also the lack of interaction with the classmates, and technical issues were also mentioned as disadvantages. So next I wanted to see what were some resources or methods that my fellow students were using that they have found to help them with their distance education. So I divided it into academic resources, current academic resources which are currently available. And surprisingly, 50% said that there was no academic resource that they have found to be that they rely upon to improve their performance, but 30% did state that the online library has been helpful, while 10% stated the discussion boards were helpful resources, and finally 10% said that emailing the instructor was also one of the resources that they used that's currently available. So I also wanted to see what resources they thought would be good that is not currently available through the distance learning program. And 50% of the students stated that they would like to have some type of webinar or teacher lectures incorporated into the program, that would be a help, while 30% were unsure what type of resources they would request, while 10% cited Skyping or web conferencing with the instructor, so additional communication with the instructor, and then 10% requested a study group. They thought that that might be beneficial to them as well. So I took all the information and came up with my recommendations, and the recommendations include the academic resources that are currently available and those that students would like to see incorporated into the program. And my first recommendation is to utilize the resources that we have available to us, such as the online library, communicating with the instructor. We have email, telephone. I know Ms. House is always great to respond. So utilize those resources, and the discussion boards, that's a way to interact, get that interaction in with the our fellow classmates, and organize study groups. That is very important if you live in an area where other students that are participating in the distance learning program get together, work together. You can help each other. Where you're weak in one area, they may have strengths in. And also searching for online videos and lectures, I found that to be helpful as well. That can address the problem as far as the webinars. But in addition, I believe that we should contact the school, let your requests be known. We can let them know that we believe webinars or web conferences would be a good addition to the distance learning program. And in conclusion, I have work hard. Ultimately, what you put into your student performance is what you're going to get out of it. That is my presentation for improving student performance in the distance learning program. Thank you very much.